Hello everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Now I know today it looks a little weird because I switched up the game. I did a little switcheroo. I decided, you know what? I've made about like 50 plus videos of just Halo, and it's like, and the thing about Halo is like it's great because it's a fun game, but like it's the same map like every single time. It is literally like the same four maps, and I think that can kind of get a little boring. Like I don't know. But like I don't know. It's kind of gotten boring for me, so I'm kind of like testing out some like new gameplay. So hopefully this actually goes well. Oh my fucking! Oh, there I go. But I'm testing out some gameplay, and I was kind of thinking, what other game could I play? And I was like, well, I do play at least a little bit, a fair amount of Minecraft. And I was like, well, all right, I'm just gonna play some Minecraft and see how it goes. So this video may or may not be posted. I actually have no idea. It depends on how good this commentary goes. Now, anyway, as of recent, I'm pretty sure like a few probably like a few weeks ago, I talked about I was how much I sucked at German, right? I was talking about like how I was like I didn't understand any of the rules, and by the way, I still don't. But I'm making a part two to that video because I've made some developments. And listen, I've gotten better. All right, I'm not good, but I've gotten better. And I have been on my German grind. I've been on the grind, the absolute grind. There is no grind that I haven't grinded quite yet. I'm on the absolute German grind. Now listen, you may be thinking, how are you on the German grind? I was thinking the same thing. So pretty much, I got like Duolingo is surprisingly helpful. Like I actually didn't think Duolingo was going to be very helpful, but it actually really is. It actually is very helpful, surprisingly, which I wasn't expecting it to be because I don't know. I guess I just assumed it would be like kind of weird. At least from my experience with Duolingo, what they kind of do is they pretty much just like tell you how things work, but they don't tell you why they're doing it that way. Like they tell you how to say certain phrases, but they don't teach you the actual like things going on behind. Oh, I thought I was on blue team. This is kind of awkward. But they don't actually like tell you like the science, not the science, but like the reason why the things are like the way that they're saying. Like they don't really specify any conjugation. They just kind of say this is how you say this specific phrase, anyway, and then they don't really explain like. And you're probably thinking, well, I've heard this word that sounds like this word, but it's different on this. Why is it like that? And Duolingo doesn't really tell you very well, which is I feel like part of the reason why it's not incredible. But I don't know. I feel like that's why you don't do just Duolingo if you're actually trying to be fluent. But and yes, I am going for fluency. I know that's like really fucking stupid. Like I'm probably not gonna get to that point, but I am going for fluency. I don't know what else I really would do. Like I very much like the language, and it's kind of like not really useful unless I'm like in Germany. It's not really very useful. Like not a lot of people in America speak like only German, like enough German to where like they have to be spoken to in German to be understood, or like to understand someone, they have to speak in German. Not a lot of people in America are like that, right? It's mostly Spanish is the most popular, second most popular language, and you may be thinking Spanish is probably way more useful to put time and energy into because it's then like basically if you learn Spanish you can basically talk to like pretty much every single human in America. Like maybe not every single one, but like a lot of them you can probably talk to and like be perfectly fine. So that's why Spanish is like really important. Like it's probably very, very important to know, and probably should be putting more time into it than German. But I like German though. It sounds funny. It sounds funny and goofy. It really does sound pretty funny and goofy if I'm being honest. I'm not even gonna lie. So that isn't exactly why I want to learn it. It's just kind of like I don't know. I just kind of like it. It's just fun. It really is just fun. So I feel like that's why I like it personally, and But yeah, it'd be way more useful if I actually did any of that. But like, who's gonna do that? Let's be real. So yeah. So I'm just kind of like, yeah. So Duolingo, great. But I've also found this other cool app. I've just been using a lot of apps. If I'm being honest, like random apps that I just find on the internet. Like that's really just what I've been doing. Like I've just been using random ass apps I find on the internet. But like I found a really good one that's like that's pretty much where it gives you like these weekly articles to read about things going on in the world, and then you just kind of read them in German, and you can tap on the words and find out what they mean, and you can get like the conjugation versions of them, and I'm like, oh, that's great. That's actually great. Like that's actually really, really, really useful. I'm not even gonna lie, it's really useful. It's really useful. Okay, what are we doing? Bro, bridge. I suck at. Someone's got a bridge, man. Someone's got a bridge. Please, someone bridge. See, I don't know why I chose Capture the Wool out of all games to... Oh, my God. Out of all games to play, I don't know why I chose Capture the Wool. I just kind of did. I was just like, yeah, Capture the Wool's fine. It's the only one that I can actually kind of look decent at. So, I mean, I kind of suck at Minecraft. I don't really know why I chose it, but I have to choose some type of game because I suck at, like, all games. So, I got to choose something. I got to choose, like, something. You know what I mean? I got to choose something. Well, anyway, also some people have recommended me, like, bro, you got to, like, change your phone language, like the language of, like, your UI on your phone. You got to change that to German. I'm like, okay, that's a little much in my opinion. Like, I'm not going to know what the fuck I'm doing. Like, I'm going to be looking at my phone like, like, I don't know what the hell I'm going to be doing, man. Again, I can't really read German very well, but it'll be very useful after a while. Like, after, like, a month, it'll be extremely useful. But do I want to deal with that for a whole month? No, not really. If I'm being honest, not really. I don't really know if I want to deal with that for a whole month. Like, that would be kind of rough, in my opinion. Like, that would be pretty rough. Because, like, problem is, like, it probably would take me a month to get used to it. At least a month, maybe a little more. I mean, maybe to, like, learn all the words and, like, know all of them and, you know, stuff like that. Like, I mean, it would take me. I mean, in class, you know, I guess I got to probably get better at reading German because in class, you know, we've started doing, you know, I'm in German class and we started doing these, the vocab tests, where they used to be in the last, like, in the first level of the class, it used to just be like, oh yeah, you got to know the vocab, you just got to know the der, die, das. So I still don't know why the hell they do that, but they were like, yeah, you got to know the der, die, das stuff, and I was like, all right, nice, that's great, I can probably do that, and then it was like, no. Now you gotta, like, read the sentences and fill in the blanks and use the plural and sometimes use the der, die, or das, depending on what the sentence is talking about. And now listen, this is a great system to further learn your German. But here's the thing. I don't know how to read German very well. So I can't really tell what it wants me to do, but I've actually been getting better at it. Like, I had one today and, like, I actually liked it pretty. I think I did pretty okay. Like, I did understand what most of it was saying. Like, for sure, most of it. So, I don't know. I only studied for, like, 10 minutes. Like, I remembered, like, that I had the vocab. I knew having the vocab test on a Monday was probably going to, like, really mess me up because I was going to be like, all right, I'll study on Sunday. And then Sunday comes around and I completely forget. And by the time I'm, like, laying in bed, ready to go to bed, like, ready to start sleeping is when I finally remember, oh, yeah, right, I got a vocab test tomorrow. And I'm like, well... I kind of sit there and I'm like, I really cannot be bothered with that right now. I'm just going to go to bed and see what happens. So I did. I literally just was like, I'm just going to see what happens. I'm just going to see what happens. Just like, I'm just going to give it an old risk and just see what goes on. Just see what happens. I don't see how anything good is going to come out of this, but it's whatever. It's fine. It'll work out, guys. It'll work out. Come on. But yeah, I mean, that's really what I did. I'm scared for the next levels of German because, like, apparently the tests only get harder, and then eventually in, like, a next level of German, you got to start writing essays. Duh. Oh. Yeah, I'm good. I remember, like, like a year ago we had to do a family tree, and you had to write, like, 2 sentences on, like, information about your family, and that made me want to die. Like, that was the extent of my German. 2 sentences was probably all I could do. Maybe I'd be better at that, and I would like to say I would be better at it, but deep down inside, I know I would not be any better at it. I would be just as horrible as when I started. I mean, that's really just how it would be. I mean, I'm definitely better at German, but, like, definitely I'm better at it, but man, conjugating for the dative case will be the death of me, like, 100%. Like, that'll really get me down. Like, I still don't understand the, it's all just memorization. Why is there so many people with Argentina jerseys? What's going on? What's going on? Did something happen? Did something happen? Because I need to know. I need to know if something happened. I'm kind of confused. Okay, whatever. So anyway, yeah. So I mean, I'm worried because, like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to write whole essays about German, but I might be able to, like, do, like, some stuff, but, like, I can't. I don't know. I don't think I can. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. So, is what it is what it is. Anyways, that's the video.